On YouTube, it's music. Oh.
What do you reckon, babe?
Hit Lemon. Shout out to Manny in the chat as well.
It's that music, baby.
Tyrese, let's go. Introduction. Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome, everyone. So we are we're actually doing a live both on. This is crazy. It's a little bit.
it's gonna get chaotic, it's gonna be fun because it's midnight for us.
So we're doing a reprise on the music. Do it again, baby. Do it again. This was the intro music. This is the intro music.
It is gonna get chaotic, but it's midnight, and this is gonna keep us. It's gonna keep myself and I busy.
So it is midnight here in Australia. We're in Melbourne right now, and we are doing two sets of lives. One on YouTube, and I've got camera 1, camera 2 happening. Yo. All right. And then we've also got camera 3, which is TikTok, but it's actually it's a live that's going across on this man's channel, which is Fragrance Adventure. So if you want to hear us in stereo, you can have YouTube here and then
on your TV, and then one on your computer, and you can play us on your phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Boom. Now we do have an amazing array of people around the world. Let me intro first our second Aussie. Who's this guy?
This is one of our. We call him one of our day ones. One of our day ones. Yeah.
Hey guys. Happy to be
Please
here.
intro yourself.
Thanks for having me.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Mike. My name is Mike, or AKA Big Mike, as Marcelo and Kev refer to me as.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. This is Big Mike. Big Mike is actually coming in from also Melbourne. It's midnight here for us. So we're doing it. We're doing it tough.
How's that? You mean us working late? Yeah, look, our wives are in bed, they're asleep, they're sound asleep.
Yep.
They so kindly asked, do we need help setting up? And we had actually said to him, ladies,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Your men have to go to work.
Yeah.
And we're good. So they're asleep right now, which I'm guessing the same for you. Yeah, Mel is tucked away.
They're all asleep. Absolutely, which is why I can be myself now.
Right. All right. So, Mike, I'm gonna push you out. I'm gonna show who else we got. So I'm gonna say we'll come back to Mike.
Yeah.
Whoa, we're in.
Hey. Oh, hello.
We've moved across to Spain.
You got the full crew on here in Barcelona. And Jackie, show your fragrance to the camera, the one that you enjoy.
Oh, you're standing young. I like it.
This is
my man.
Aqua Colonia. What is it? Aqua di Colonia 1916, the original.
Wow.
When he puts this on, he smells like a distinguished infant. It's perfect.
Absolute boss. Absolute boss.
So I'm guessing that you. Is this what you're taking to like primary school to impress all the to impress all the teachers and everybody else?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's working, isn't it, Jakey? Loving it. And here's my daughter Maya, who has your fragrance called. It's bright pink. I know that, but that's enough. I think we said enough there. Bright pink fragrance for a 7-year-old.
Bright pink. Yeah.
It's something pink, she said. Yeah.
I love this setup. So okay, so this is Brendan from Spain. We're gonna push across. So nice to see you and the family. All right, we're gonna. I love that. Okay, so we'll check out this. So now we've got our in the streets of Switzerland.
Can you hear me, guys?
I can hear you perfectly.
We're all good.
Okay, I can hear you fine because I cannot hear you at all. So you're just going to have to do like this when you want me to shut up. So, my name is Luke, and I'm coming from Switzerland. So it's 3 PM right now, and I'm just walking around, enjoying one of the last beautiful day of the year, probably, and fine. I will settle down very, very soon and join the rest of the group. anytime
Love it.
soon. So
Love it.
see you around.
Thanks, Lucas.
Thumbs up. And then we'll push one more. The great Mohammed.
Oh,
What's up, guys? I'm Mohammed or Mo from Norway.
Love it.
All the way up north. It's getting really cold here right now. First day today where like you start to see slight snow on the ground when you wake up in the morning.
Crazy, man. So what temperature wise, what are you looking at?
This is like today was the first day with negative degrees, so we had like -2 or something.
See, for us, when we hear 3 degrees,
that's already cold enough.
that's cold. That's like
we didn't get anything at the minus. That doesn't even exist for us, really.
my car gives me a little like a bump boom, and it says to me it's 3 degrees today, and I'm like, whoa, it's cold.
Mine won't even give me that. Mine would be like a.
But that's even like in the middle of the winter, you guys have at least 2 or 3 degrees.
Easy. There's no minus. There are no minuses.
This is not even in the winter, and it's already -2. Like in the deep winter, we probably have close to -15, maybe -20.
That's crazy.
Not a place I want to go to. There is a movie called Midsummer. Have you heard about this?
Movie called Yes, Swedish, no?
Swedish movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's set in Sweden.
It is really creepy.
It's super creepy. Anyway, so whenever I think of Scandinavia, my brain goes to this movie.
No,
and,
but that's a Swedish thing. Like Midsummer is a Swedish culture type of thing. We don't have that in Norway. We like.
But you guys are all Vikings. You guys are all Vikings, yeah? No,
that's true. That's true, I guess. But I mean, even I got creeped out by that movie, honestly. But I love it. Like I love the I don't know who the production team is. A21, I think.
Yeah, well, it's
A24.
Yeah, A24.
A24. And, they make amazing movies.
Yeah. Right.
One thing that some of you may not know is actually our boy here, Mo, actually comes from a country that makes, I would argue, one of the best chocolates out there. One of the best chocolates.
Don't say that too
loud.
Maybe
the best. Maybe the best.
There is Luke that's out there, and Luke is from Switzerland.
So they might have a bit of a...
But just quietly, Mo, we'd like
it is top.
We like Norwegian.
The
chocolate from Norway.
Yeah.
From now on, you know you'll get a goodie bag of chocolate every time.
Because when we catch up with Mohammed, he's generous enough to bring us a beautiful block, and it's prized.
The best chocolate that I ever had. Honestly,
it's prized.
Yeah.
I'll do something different next time, like a different version, not the regular one that
we're waiting for. Okay.
Now, Mo, we're going to bump you out, and we're just going to answer some. Because there's a lot of comments coming in thick and fast, and so we're all about talking about OT and answer some questions. I know that there are a number of US friends who want some answers.
They're dying to find out
what is going on.
How can they get their hands on Olfactive Traveller? Right. So, for the viewers, if you've missed our episodes already, we've launched a perfume brand together, Marcello and I here, with our perfumer, the great LUCA MAFFEI.
Yes, sir.
You're a great Italian perfumer, one of the most awarded perfumers in the world. I can see some questions here already about shipping to countries like Malaysia. How do I get these perfumes in Malaysia? Maybe we first start off with the 3 fragrances. Boom. We got Dolce Milano. This is our Woody Gourmand. Bella Viola. It's our, how would you describe this? Our leather floral.
Mm-hmm.
Leather floral,
yep.
And then Roma 271.
It's the unique one.
How would we categorize it? It's almost, you can't just simplify it by using the word incense.
No.
It's got florals.
The funny thing is, I wouldn't even use incense. I actually coined this, and I said it's a soulful amber. That's what I said.
Oh, I was thinking the word amber in my head. Yeah.
So if you've seen some of the emails that have gone out, I've actually named it a soulful amber. Because a lot of people pick up on the coffee note. Some people pick up on the blood orange, and that blood orange happens at the beginning, but also down in the base. Some people do pick up the incense, but it's a spicy incense with an ambery soul. There's quite a lot that's actually happening.
I agree. There's this little touch of patchouli in the base, which gives you that almost that kind of dark earthy sweetness that paints a really beautiful picture of amber. Yeah. It is the unique one. And yeah, the 3 fragrances. Oh, plus. We have the OT Traveller set.
Yep.
For those who may have seen it on the website, it is available on the website. It is a discovery set for the brand Olfactive Traveller. What we've designed, instead of the 2 ml bottles, we actually have 8 ml vials of all the perfumes so that you can sample along, experience them. It really, the style of discovery set we created reflects our brand really well, because now instead of just 1 or 2 spritz from a little 2 ml, you can really slow it down and experience the fragrances, wear them in different kind of occasions, weather, stuff like that, and see how they wear on yourself. So they are 8 ml vials of all 3 perfumes available. I will reiterate the offer, but we are at the end of our pre-order offers, and we're 48 hours away from closing it up. The offers will close. The offer standings right now, just for the 10-day period that we're about to finish up here, you will receive the OT Traveller, which is it's valued at $160. This set here, it will come as a gift with purchase, with any purchase of a full bottle. And the second offer on the table just for this block is free shipping worldwide, except for the US right now. Just right now, except for the US, while we manage the shipping around the world. Yeah.
So the update is in regards to the US. So I can see that we've got a number of our US friends who have jumped in, and it's awesome to see you guys. Now the question that is on everybody's mind, and I'm getting emails and we're getting messages coming through on DM and things of that nature. It's fair to say that the tariffs are creating a world of pain.
A lot of problems for businesses, and particularly small to medium-sized businesses. I don't know how the big boys, the huge companies, are maybe getting things done, but even with some colleagues that Marcelo and I have in the industry, a lot of brands are facing this same problem.
So we've actually reached out to, we have a number of friends who have their own brands.
Yep.
And we've reached out to them and saying, how are you guys doing it? And some of them are Aussies. A lot of them actually are from Europe. And they've come back. I got to go in about 10 minutes. All right. So Brendan, we'll bring you in about 5 minutes. They're actually not at this moment in time doing anything with the US. Look, our aim, and we are literally turning over multiple stones, and we actually had, like, obviously plan A, which was just send stock. I mean, prior to the tariffs heating up,
we were sending stock.
Yeah, Kevin was sending Soko, his perfume brand, to the US, no problems at all. It got stopped recently. It got stopped at the border, and everything got sent back. And as a result, this new proviso that's come in, the Australian carriers are saying we're not doing it anymore. And so we're trying to find different ways on how to bring this across to the US. So we haven't come up with an answer. So that's the short answer to it all. We haven't come up with an answer. What we do want to do is protect the US customer, because we do have a limited number on Pelle Viola, and Pelle Viola really has become
it's the best seller.
It's become, I mean, and we'll talk a little bit more in a second, because I want to get Brendan to come in, but Pelle Viola has really just tore out, which is fantastic. So what we're doing is we're creating this wish list, which I have seen a number of you in the US take advantage of. So put your name against that. We're not asking for any money, so there's no transaction there, but it's purely just to know what stock do we need to start putting aside. I mean, is it a problem? I mean,
because we want to be fair to all of our, we want to be fair to all of our US friends, our supporters, and there's a lot of you out there.
Right.
When we launched, literally on the day of our launch, we got a lot of messages from US customers thinking that there was something wrong with the website for them, because we had to mark it as sold out so that they wouldn't accidentally make purchases. And so we know that there's a lot of you out there. And to be fair to you in this situation, we do want to put some stock aside, particularly Pelle Viola, because it's made in a limited number.
Right.
And so we just want to get some names and start to collect some data on how many numbers are we.
That's right. What's our concern? Yeah. And so anyway, we're going to loop back on that conversation again. But before I'm gonna want to end it there because I do want to get Brendan to come onto the stage. Let me just bring that across. Boop, bada boop. Yo.
How are we doing, guys?
The handsome Capitan.
So Brendan is Brendan's an awesome man who joined us on the Exxon's tour that we did in February this year. We did a one-day tour in Milan. Brendan joined us for that. Brendan has his own channel. Feel free if you want to. So there's his handle on YouTube. So anybody who loves watches and loves fragrances, Brendan is based in Spain, and he also talks about the joy of being in Spain. So if you want to know more about that stuff, please jump across to him. Now, Brendan took the time to come over to Rome recently, and we surprised everybody. We didn't tell them what we were up to. We just said, we're doing a meetup. We've got a day off, and would you guys like to join us? And Brendan joined us for that. But we gave him a little bit of a gift just to say thank you, and we gifted him the Traveller with the 3 fragrances. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on them. Try to be kind. If you don't like any of them, maybe after this live, you can talk to somebody, but on the live, I'd love you to,
be super kind. Yeah, of course. No, it was great. I really enjoyed the experience, and going to Essence last year with you guys in Milan, and then the Rome trip. To be honest, I think my expectations were high because the quality of the product. I think the what runs through the Niche Fragrance Collector is great production quality, great experiences, and great knowledge, just really, really good, deep knowledge, and certainly helped me as a fragrance enthusiast stroke collector. And so, yeah, like when I got the set here, that was a beautiful gift and crown on the end of a great day. And but as I said, I think my expectations for the fragrances were high because I know you guys.
Yeah.
But I really, really like them. And a couple of things that I want to share. That one of my favorite houses is Ormond Jane, and and one of the things I like about Ormond Jane, I've got maybe 8 or 10 of their fragrances. They all have a really clear DNA that runs through them. You go to say an Ormond Man, through to a Chi, through to the Montebaco. It's sort of like there's been the same artist involved in those projects, and it's great. And I really was impressed with that. I think what is a really clear DNA running through the olfactive traveller set. And in terms of like the 3, I've gone a real sort of back and forth on which is my favorite, which is not my favorite. I really like them all. On the day, 100%, it was Roma 271. That was the one. I love that interplay of like the kind of blood orange and the sort of citrusy with incense. And I'm not heavily into incense. Like Xerjoff Zafiro is a favorite of mine. It's a light incense. It's a kind of consumable incense. And I think this is similar. It's enough for me to really, really enjoy it. Since then, I'm also not what I would call a gourmand lover. Like when you use that word, it kind of triggers something in me that like, oh, that's not for me. That's not for me then. But I think right now, speaking to you right now, I think Dolce Milano, which you guys, I know it's the gourmand of the collection, might be my favorite. And it's just a sort of strange feeling. It doesn't smell anything to me like what I would refer to as a gourmand. I think it's got a lot of depth to it. I really enjoy wearing that one. But I've got to be honest, I'm not surprised Pella Viola has sold well for you, because that is special. That is special. That iris and that kind of interplay with the leather. Again, all 3 fragrances have got a depth to them that's really cool, really beautiful. I think Pella Viola just has something even. There's something more about that. I've not smelt anything like that before, but yet it's approachable, if that makes sense.
I was gonna say, this makes me real like just so happy to hear, because someone like you, Brendan, that we know you're a big collector. You're into your fragrances from the old to the new, and the fact that one of our perfumes, like the Dolce Milano, was able to open up a new door for you to try and actually really fall in love with a gourmand style.
Yeah.
It really makes me happy that, like, oh, we're actually not just doing easy hitters for everyone, but we're actually almost somewhat challenging things that you had thought and getting you to open up new doors in the fragrance world that you've already been quite experienced in. So I mean, this is
I mean,
cool
I've got it here, Dolce Milano, and it's beautiful. It's actually there's a lightness to it that for me, I could wear this. You know, one of the things in my fragrance journey, geography matters. You know, and I live in Spain, and I live in a climate that is largely Mediterranean all year round. So, like, I don't get a lot of room for kind of the deeper, richer oud type fragrances that maybe I would have had back in the UK. This is perfect because now in October, it's just a really good daily. This I actually went for lunch in Barcelona with a friend yesterday and wore this, albeit I tried on about another 10 because you always do, don't you, when you're going into cities and boutique hopping. But I started the day with this, and it was just a really good fragrance for a mild day for me. And I think like I say, it's a great job, guys. I think you've done really well.
Thank you,
sure.
Thank you, mate.
Great to be.
Hey, when you started the whole conversation, I was waiting for the but. You know, like great fragrances and nice DNA, but and I was bracing myself for it. I'm like, okay, where are you? But from what I'm hearing, and actually this excites me because the but for me is, which is your favorite? And from what I heard, your favorite is moving. It's transitional. You started with Roma because we were in Rome and it made sense. It's migrated to Dolce, which it surprised you because it's not a classic gourmand. I mean, we're calling it a woody gourmand to help people understand that it's not your vanillas and sugars and whatnot.
No, it's not.
And then there's Pella Viola, which again, I mean, that leather note. Actually, what did you share about Pella Viola? I missed that part, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a special fragrance, this one. The iris.
Does it resonate with you?
It does. It's like I wouldn't if I bought for the next 10 fragrances, I probably, they may or may not have any iris in them, but this one, there's something about this. It's really special. When you put this on and you experience it, I think that word the word that comes to mind for me is special. It is a special fragrance. I think you could wear it for evenings and special occasions. I don't think it is reserved for that, but I just think it's one of those fragrances that when you spray it and you wear it and you experience it, there's something else to it. There's just a roundedness, a class, an elegance to it that like other leather fragrances, sometimes they can get a bit dirty and murky. This is not. There's an elegance, there's a finish to it, very Italian, or to me anyway, it conjures up, that's evocative of that. And I'm one of those people that when I kind of want to get into a brand, I struggle to get into one fragrance. I kind of want to feel and experience the family, the DNA. And so, I mean, look, budget dependent, obviously, for people watching, pick the one that you think is most suitable. But I think get the trio, because you get the story, you get the DNA, and no doubt it will continue from there.
Mate, I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Brendan.
Because I know you got to go. It was good to see your children around you before.
It's 3:30 Saturday afternoon, Barcelona. So I'm on skate
So
park
you-
duty, lunchtime,
Makes
pizza
sense.
Go enjoy
later.
yourself, man.
So
Makes sense.
maybe it's a Pella Viola afternoon after. I don't know. Maybe. Let's
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Let's see.
I'm going to say it sounds like a Pelle Viola afternoon. Absolutely.
Think so. Good to see everybody, and thanks for having me.
Bro, thank you, mate.
Thank you, Brendan.
Peace. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Just quickly before we jump over to one of the other boys, we've got a lot of the TikTok fragrance community jumping in with some good questions, actually.
And actually, after your TikTok, I'm gonna. If you got any questions for me, I'm gonna jump across.
Put it in the chat. I think
Yeah,
it'll be
there's
good
a lot
for
of questions coming through here on the chat.
both
which is
YouTube
awesome.
and TikTok.
Yep.
A lot of people on the TikTok fragrance community just finding out the big reveal on Olfactive Traveller, the brand that Marcelo and I have worked really hard for the last year to create. One of the questions coming in: how do I get these perfumes? I'm from Malaysia. Good news, we are opening up shipping to Malaysia, so you can check out our website right now. The website is olfactivetraveller.com. If you guys check out in the website there, Malaysia should be opened. If there's any dramas, all you got to do, send us a DM on Instagram or send us a message on the Contact Us tab from the website, and you'll get in touch with either Marcelo or myself. Yuan Sense asked, need to know shipping to Scotland. I don't know if we have had an order from Scotland before, but that market is open. We'd love to see you as the first order there. Jump on in, Yuan. And then we've got Frag Buys asked, Bella Viola has leather in it? Question mark. Bella Viola is a fragrance right here that if you haven't had a chance, do watch the more in-depth video that Marcelo and I did over on YouTube. It's the Niche Fragrance Collector. That is where we are streaming the other stream happening at the same time. And we did a really great episode just going over the inspiration, the brief, the story, and what Pella Viola celebrates. It is the two big, I guess, core pillars of Florence, the city of Florence in Italy. And the two core pillars are the Florentine iris and, yes, the Florentine leather. Although what Marcelo and I have always said in all the videos that we've done, this is not that kind of dark, those kind of really smoky, petrol chemical smelling leathers. It actually celebrates more of that airy, almost suede-like quality of leather. And then the iris, if you want to go and explain the iris.
So I just opened up for those who may not know. So inside the box of Pella Viola is a certificate of authenticity. And that's to confirm that the iris that we're using is actually from a farm which is based in Florence called Iris Blue. Now, our perfumer, LUCA MAFFEI, his company is called Atelier Fragranza Milano, or AFM, and they own this farm. So this is not an iris that is used throughout the perfume world. It's only used by AFM. They have a small batch, meaning that they only cultivate because it's one plot of land. And every year they create a harvest. Now, we have a portion of that harvest which allowed us to make 500 bottles. So when you buy your Pella Viola, we will hand certify, so we will number, yeah. So it's a certificate to say that your iris is from Pella Viola, from Iris Blue, goodness. And it is, it's midnight here. And my brain, I did so well. Actually, I was saying to myself, you're doing a good job, man. You're actually keeping it all together. And then I'm like, I lost it.
Listen. Each card is numbered because of the limited quantity from the iris that we're harvesting from the Iris Blue farm. It only creates, I believe, 1.3 tons a year. And Marcelo and I really caught on the very, very end of the iris harvest. So we're only able to make 500 bottles from this harvest.
Right.
We're going to wait. Same time next year is when we're going to see kind of where we're at with how much we can get off LUCA and off AFM. But for this first launch of the Italy collection, there is only 500 bottles made.
Yeah.
And so you will have your your cards marked with a number.
Yep. There you go. We got there.
I'm trying to keep it together.
It's officially 12:30 at night here.
12:30 at night.
We've had a big day already.
We're streaming at this time just for you guys.
Exactly.
we jumped on our clock to see what time would it be suitable for Europe, for the US. Both of us looked at each other and we were like, we were hoping maybe 9:30, 10 p.m.
That would
but
be nice. Yeah. Midnight.
Midnight is what we got. So,
all right. So I'm going to answer some questions here. I've got Fred who says the olfactive Red Bulls. Yes. I haven't drunk anything.
I haven't touched on.
All I'm doing is drinking water, only because after this, I want to crash. I don't want to be up till 2 in the morning. All right, so let's go. I'm getting some great messages. So VK, who's actually based here in Australia too. So good to see you here. Gabriel Forrest, sorry. Hello. Gerard, my man, good to see you. What does Melbourne smell like at midnight? Well, right now, Melbourne smells like Dolce Milano. And actually, I know my babies. I'm looking at the wrong camera. I know my babies so well. I can smell the fragrance in the air, like, because we've got obviously family and friends who are spraying. Oh. And as soon as I smell it, actually, we were in a group, no lie. We were in a group and we were talking and all of a sudden I'm like, who is wearing my baby right now? I said, I can smell Dolce Milano. And one of the guys, Elias, I'm not Elias, oh my gosh. Lissy. I'm like, Lissy, I can smell the fragrance on you, bro. Oh. All right, so let me, boom. So right now, Melbourne smells like Dolce Milano. Aussie Blue, good evening. Good to see you guys. All right, I'm going to go down to the bottom of this. There's a lot of comments. All right. Let's have a look.
I got one question on my end on the TikTok side. Question actually is there a deal for all three?
Yeah.
So if you are curious about buying all three,
right
now for the pre-orders, it does end tomorrow night. So we actually started on 10/10, the 10th of October, and we're only running our pre-order for 10 days. So it ends tomorrow night on the 20th. And the offer is that if you purchase a bottle, you will receive the OT Traveller set, which is this right here. And the OT Traveller set, you can view on our website. You'll see it's 3 vials, 8 mils of each, and you will be able to experience all 3 perfumes, 8 mils each. If you want to see more details on it, our website is olfactivetraveller.com. So just jump on olfactivetraveller.com. You'll be able to see all the products, and the OT Traveller set is the gift that you'll receive. That ends tomorrow night. And I believe the agreement that Marcelo and I made is we are never going to run this offer with the OT Traveller completely free. We're never going to run this offer ever again.
And that's not because we're trying to be, it's that it's very expensive.
That's one. And also it was very purposeful that we wanted to do a big launch. We understand that we are not in your local perfumeries for you to try. And so we thought it'd be great for those that are looking to purchase a bottle that you would receive the OT Traveller set, which gives you 8 mils of very fragrance, and it'll give you a chance to try the other 2 bottles.
That's it.
Yep.
The idea too is that we know that there's a lot of people who are supporting us that have actually been on the journey with us, and we knew that out of, I guess, support and love would buy a bottle. We didn't want to, after the fact, to go, oh, by the way, anybody new, you know, because I think it's kind of dirty. I think I don't like when people do that sort of stuff. You know, reward me for being present and being loyal. So that's what we're doing. So all those people who would like to support us, this is our way of saying thank you. As I said, it's an expensive exercise on our behalf, but we also recognize that it's a great way to come in strong into the market.
Yeah.
We'll never do it again.
Yeah.
I actually, one thing when I'm really serious about something, because I change my mind a lot, and it's not changing my mind. It's like that A and B testing. So I try different things. But when I'm really serious, I say to Kevin, you have the right to kick me in the groin if I go back on my word.
Which we never had to do, by the way. So it's because he hasn't gone back on his word. So.
Because I don't want to get kicked in the groin.
Exactly.
So, yeah. So just, you know, we're doing this for now and it's done. Yeah. So it's not like, I hate when people do the sneaky.
It's a limited edition for now, and then you see it 6 weeks later.
And it's coming back again.
We're not doing that.
So I've got one question here, and I really like it. It's from BA, And the question is, my honest opinion on whether you think Pelle Viola is gender specific or is it actually unisex? Now, I've got an answer, but what are your thoughts?
Okay. I guess this is going to be something very personal to each individual to answer, because some people, if they hear the word floral, there are some people that will automatically put it in the feminine category.
Right.
They think rose, feminine, jasmine, feminine, iris, feminine. I have to say, when I first started and I jumped into the world of perfumery, I was probably thinking a lot more along those lines. It was just my understanding of scents and styles and what suits guys and what suits girls. But I have to say now, with my understanding, there are definitely ways to do florals that I believe are very elegant on a man or on a woman. Our one in particular doesn't just focus on the iris, but it balances iris and leather. So some people would say leather is much more of a masculine kind of note.
Right. That was going to be my next comment.
And this kind of balances them both, brings them right in the center.
Yeah. All right. So the second part to that is that when you say leather, a lot of people think, oh, it's actually a very masculine.
Too strong, too dark.
It's, more boys like to wear leather fragrances. So what we did, and this was on purpose, we always knew the vision for Florence. We always knew that we wanted to find this balance between leather and the iris. And both of these because they celebrate the city of Florence. And we had multiple iterations where the iris was more dominant, the leather was more dominant, and we're trying to find this balance. I mean, I felt sorry for Luca because we'd say we're getting too much animalics on the leather at the start. It needs to come back a little bit more. The leather needs to be present, but it needs to be suede-like, but not too suede-like. And so there was a lot of different things that occurred in there. I think the magic is the iris blue iris that is actually in the fragrance, because when we landed on the final fragrance, when I compare that with the iris from the iris blue, it gave it that final sort of velvety touch. Essentially, Brendan before kept saying the word that it is elegant and that it is sophisticated, and that's all to do with that iris personally.
So just to give you guys a bit of backstory, we have been working on this brand for 12 months. And Pelle Viola was the one perfume that both Marcelo and I agreed from the very start. We knew exactly what kind of brief we wanted to give Luca. We knew exactly what kind of beauty that we wanted to capture to represent Florence. We knew that we wanted an iris and a leather fragrance. Now, what we landed on with Luca after the first few months of developing it, it was the first perfume that we finished among the three.
Correct.
And the iris in this was an iris compound, so a blend, which happens a lot in perfumery, where they'll get, in our instance, it was iris from France, Italy, and I believe Germany, blended to create the iris oil. That landed us at, just for you guys to know, 25,000 euros for a kilo. That was that type of iris. And when we had finished, we were smelling the other ones along with Luca on a Zoom call. And on the Zoom, Luca had actually, earlier this year, just secured the iris blue farm for AFM. And he was telling us about it. And he said, boys, if you want to really celebrate Florence, why don't you use my iris from Iris Blue Farm, which is in Tuscany, Florence.
Now, when people start saying stuff like that, that we're being sold.
It's a bit of a sell. Yeah. Like he was saying, this is the compound, France, Italy, Germany, Iris Blue, purely Italian
from
iris.
Yeah, and we control it, and it's organic, and it's the ion count is 22%, and I'm like, man, this is going to cost us a fortune. And I thought maybe we'll double the number, so we'll go to about 40, 42 perhaps.
And so from 25,000 euros, he said this was actually sitting at 85,000 euros. So you can imagine it just really blew us out. Though we kept a very cool face on camera with Luca, and this guy over here was nudging my arm underneath the camera, and he wrote on this piece of paper, "We have to have this." So after that, I was like, all right, let's play it cool, and afterwards, let's
see if we can negotiate.
Let's see if we can.
I actually said to him, being that we are now friends,
Is there something that we can do?
Could you do like that? I get that, it's a much more expensive compound. And anyway, long story short, he helped us a little bit, but it still was a very expensive item. However, going back to the question, to BA, that iris has created the difference and allowed this thing to balance itself. So a man can wear it. So that leather touch that it has, the suede effect of it is actually fantastic for a man to wear. But it also works really well in a woman. And we've had a few responses from females. One was on the recent video that we did when friends were actually filming. And the woman that was there, man, I'm tired. What?
Yelena.
Yelena's like, this is a fragrance, or this is a leather fragrance that I can wear. My wife, Sandra, does not really lean towards leather. I mean, she doesn't have any leather fragrances. Yet this is one that she wears for herself also. So this is a fragrance that does walk a very, very delicate line between a man can comfortably pull it off, but also a woman can also wear it too. And those two key notes are working in unison so beautifully. I'm going to now push across because I am conscious of Mike, who's doing it like we're doing it. Hard.
Hit it, Mike.
Midnight.
It's 12:40 for Mike.
So I'm going to bring Mike across.
So one of the questions from Caglio Stero over on TikTok actually congratulated us. And then he asked, where can we buy these? For those on TikTok that haven't already checked out, our website is olfactivetraveller.com. So just jump on there. You can see the name right behind us. Boom. We spelled traveler with 2 L's. So olfactivetraveller.com. Have a look at the 3 perfumes we have in our first launch and the OT Traveler set. Big Mikey! Big Mikey's in the house.
Yo, sorry.
Thank you for staying on, man. Thank you for sticking with us.
Happy to be here, guys. Happy to be here and support you guys. And like Brendan said, I mean, the quality, the imagery, the story. I wouldn't expect anything less from you guys. Really excited and waiting for the bottle to come over. To be honest. I do have one question that Karthik brought up in the chat. And is the cap on Roma, is that black?
It is black.
So in this video, it's black. There's only one that exists in the world. I'm going to put it on eBay and get you guys to bid for it, up to about $1 million if you want it. This is actually our sample cap. This is the sample cap because we had many iterations of the bottle design, as you would imagine, through a year as you're designing it. And where we landed was this really heavy, which you guys will get a chance to have in your hands, really heavy metal with our logo embossed in it, and also the small OT in it as well. And so we made this is what we call a cast in black, and the others are now our final, which obviously we wanted it in gold. Yep.
This is basically a test. So
because this is magnetic, and I had wanted our suppliers to send it down, the sample one, quickly first, because we went on our fragrance tour in Italy. We actually only got like 3 of these caps sent while we were away, so that we could receive it and we could just test the magnetic quality, see how it clicks, and then see the OT sit very flush. $1 million is how much that we'll probably sell it for. If you, Big Mike, if you want to put in a bid,
it's not worth it, but sure.
Who's Big Mike?
I'm just saying. Just quietly,
But are you asking because you think it looks cool, or are you asking because
you like it?
Because it stands out and you're wondering why?
It does look cool. Just because it kind of blends in, because the top part of the bottle, from where I'm seeing it, is black as well. And so I think that's what Ilias and Karthik picked up on as well, is that it kind of blends in.
Can I just say that we've got... Okay, hang on a second. Wait, Kevin's going rogue on me. You realize that that's going to be out of focus.
Oh, okay. it's like on the camera. All right, so
if I flip you to this camera...
I thought it was my glass.
Yeah, so I flip you to that camera. There you go. So that's at least look at this. Look at you. So that's at least you can see it a bit better.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There you go.
Can I just say, and I'm not going to say too much more, is we've got many different ideas. That's all I'm going to say. So this is part 1 of the many different ideas. So
awesome.
Oh, there's a very. Oh, okay.
So there's a great question that came through, but we're going to come back to it because right now, Mike, we don't want to keep you up. It is 12:45 here p.m. in the midnight. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your experience off camera as we were prepping. You did mention something about Pelle Viola because we did have a question on that. So tell me about that. Tell me your thought, because you started to say, and I actually stopped you because I wanted for you to share that live.
Just for everyone else to kind of know the context, Big Mike came to one of our. We had a big reveal with some of our good friends here, and so Mike has been able to experience the perfumes already, and all of our friends that came to that day, we gifted them the OT Traveller. So actually, Mike's worn.
And I'll go one more. Mike actually smelled the previous iteration, with the compound.
He was actually in our focus group.
That's right.
We had about 4 or 5 friends come for our focus group because we wanted to see, you're creating something, you're living with it for 6, 7, 8 months, and you think it's going to be perfect, and then you just want to know, well, when it goes out in the real world, can it run on its own? Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more, Mike. The floor is yours.
And thank you for the experience. It was truly amazing, and it was truly amazing to see the differences of that first iteration to the one we smelled that day before. And to mention Elena's words, she said it was like opening a leather handbag was her comment.
That's right.
And that's what kind of stuck with me as well, because Mel, my wife, she's not a huge leather fan, just like Sandra. When I showed her the 3, she instantly sort of picked Pelle Viola, and I said, there's leather in this, right? And she was like, I really like this one. And so on the day you released it on 10/10, I was out with a friend, and I kind of took your sample set and I was spraying it out, and I was showing him as well, and he instantly went for Pelle Viola as well. So I think it's a pretty unisex offering. On strip, it just smells beautiful, and on skin, on Mel's skin and on his skin, it was just 2 different kinds of evolved in 2 different ways, and it was just really, really nice. So I have to say that. I have been tug-of-warring between Dolce Milano and Roma. Incense fragrances are not my thing, but I just absolutely love it. I am wearing Roma on me today. I wore it to the gym yesterday just to test it out to see how it would be for heat. And I tell you what, it was projecting, and it was on my skin for about 10 hours. So it does last. So and as you kind of go through it, and I'm kicking myself I didn't buy Roma now, because I put the order in for Dolce Milano.
You still can.
We can just add it to your order. It's fine.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Just
because it's just alluring. I keep coming back. I want to smell more of it. It takes me to your idea of the Roman churches and that whole holy spiritual experience. It just takes me there, and it's just so nice and peaceful. Dolce Milano for me, that dry down is incredible. And I just can't get enough of it, which is the reason why I bought that straight off the bat on the 10th. So it's just So I have given my sample bottle to my friend because he sprayed it and he was like, oh look, I prefer Pelle Viola, and Roma was his favorite, and then he smelled the dry down on Dolce Milano and he's like, dude, that actually is now starting to be my favorite as well. So it plays. It's such a beautiful set as well. I really wish I could buy all 3 and support you guys as well, because they are quality products and they're so good, and I've just got to put it out there.
Thank you, Big Mike. Thank you. Appreciate that. And I love hearing the fact that you are flipping from having one as your favorite versus another. I've been finding that for myself too. So when we first started to land on the fragrances, Dolce Milano I felt it was my baby. But then I move across to Pelle Viola was always this guy's favorite.
That's my favorite. Yep.
Yeah, and then I would then move across to Roma. So I find that Roma transitions from day to night really nicely. So if you're wearing it as your day fragrance, it goes you respray and you're set for the evening also. I find that for me, Dolce is a fantastic day fragrance. You know, just sunny. If it's sun shines out, even if it's cloudy, a little bit cool, it still plays really well. And then for me, Pelle Viola is my suiting up. I've got meetings or I'm doing something formal, and it resonates perfectly in that sort of atmosphere. So
Pelle Viola is the power scent, isn't it? It's the
I
scent
think
that
so.
gives you confidence.
I-
You know, when
so.
you're pristine at your best. And I think that is the perfect representation of Pelle Viola, to be honest.
Yeah. And again, I go back. Sandra's been wearing it as her. She wears it as her day-to-day fragrance. So it's one that just, I don't know. It's a really good.
For me, when I smell it, it's like it's always one of those. I save it for an occasion. So it's my Saturday, it's my Friday night, or it's my Sunday kind of lunch, but going somewhere to the city and stuff like that. I love that Sandra wears it Monday to Friday, day to day. I think that's really cool too.
Because I've got it on my. So at home, I've got it on my. I always talk about we have like an not an old type. It's a bench top, and I've got a collection of fragrances there that when people come over, they can just spray. And Pelle Viola is actually, and Pelle Viola has been hit hard. So that bottle that I have, and everybody, like my son Nelson, also another one. When he comes over, he's always wearing that too. So. My brother, I want to say
one thing.
Oh, sorry, go on.
Yes, can I just say one thing?
Please.
They're all unique. But they're all likable, if you know what I mean. Like they are for people who think, I don't like a gourmand, I don't like this, or I don't like that. Just like Brendan said, they're an experience that can change your mind, if you know what I mean. That make it okay to kind of go, okay, I don't like gourmands, I don't like sweet fragrances, but you wear Dolce Milano and you go, well, actually, this is quite nice. I enjoy the scent. It's not overly sweet. So Roma is the same with its incense fragrance smell, right? The coffee and the notion of espresso, like as you said. It's not overly, in your face, but it's there. And there's an appreciation for the scent, and the scent reminds you that it's there. And same with Pelle Viola. So it's just a great collection, guys. So I highly applaud you for that, and thank you for sharing it with us and sharing with me as well.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate your support, and thank you for your comments.
We're gonna let you. We're not gonna trap you any longer. We're going to let you go to sleep. Thank you for joining us at 1 a.m.
No worries. No problem. Pleasure.
See you, bro.
See you, bro. Bye. So some solid questions. Over on TikTok, Samantha, hello from Switzerland. She asked, are those unisex fragrances? Short answer, yes. I'd love for you to jump over to on YouTube, Niche Fragrance Collector, and we have 3 pretty in-depth videos that cover all 3 perfumes. So you can check it out there. And for those that are just joining us now, OLFACTIVETRAVELLER.com is our website. You can view and read up on all 3 perfumes and see our OT Traveller set. Tomorrow night is the last day of our pre-order offer. So our pre-order offer is if you purchase any bottle in the collection right now and for until tomorrow night, purchase any bottle, full-size bottle, you will receive the OT Traveller, which is valued at 160 Australian dollars. You will receive it complimentary. So it'll be free. You'll also get, up until tomorrow night, you'll get free shipping worldwide. Segue on one of the questions from on the NFC chat here from Yannick in Australia. Yannick asks, Kev Marcelo, do we have a date yet for shipping to start for within Australia? So for the Aussies, actually for the rest of the world, just not the US, for the rest of the world, Australia and the rest of the world, we will be shipping from mid-November onwards. So you would have got an email, you would have seen it when you made your purchase. It's on the website there. We're aiming for around the 20th of November to start the first orders rolling out. A lot of you Aussies will probably get it within about 48 hours. It'll only take about 2 days. For the rest of the world, it could be about maybe up to about a week where you'll get it. So you should all start to see us doing a lot of promo and content as we're rolling out the first orders from the pre-order section. So if you pre-order now, until tomorrow night, your order takes priority. You're practically guaranteed a bottle, particularly Pella Viola. That is a numbered bottle, only 500 made in this collection.
So to answer what Kevin is saying, Elias, yeah, so it is on the 20th. So 20th, midnight. So
20th, 11:59.
Boom.
Still on the 20th.
Yeah, yeah.
As soon as it ticks over,
Duck.
12, that is the 21st, and you miss out. So it's, you either buy pretty much while we're on stream now, or you buy tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, just to give you an update. Now, the question: USA. Let's talk about that again.
Boom. Yes. So sorry if this was covered already, but can the US folks be eligible for pre-order offer? So for US folks, we've had to keep your market closed right now due to the tariffs. We're working on the solution. Really hard to get shipping through, not just Australia, but we've actually contacted many of our friends who have perfume brands, even in other countries, and they're having the same problem too. But rest assured, because this pre-order offer, where you will receive the OT Traveller with any full bottle purchase and the free shipping to the States, we have decided that we are going to honor it. So as soon as the US opens, we guarantee that the offer, we're only going to have the offer available for you in the States.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you won't miss out. The key is that you're not going to miss out on the promo. You're not going to miss out on the offer. One thing that we're making available right now is a wish list element. All right. So you can jump on the website in the US. You'll see that there is a capacity to create a wish list. So you can, if you're interested in Pella Viola and you want to make sure that you don't miss out on the limited number that is there, you can actually put that in your cart. We're not asking you for any money. All we're doing is we're keeping a tally to see what is needed so that we can put that aside. And then once we go live with the US, then we will then contact you again and see if you would like to go ahead with that particular purchase. Just to let you know, we are working quite actively behind the scenes, Kevin and I, trying to find a solution to do something for the US. So we don't have any clear answers as yet, but we're still working on this. As soon as it happens, we promise that we will let everybody know what the situation is. Boom. Okay. But rest assured, we definitely want to make sure that there's plenty there for the US friends. I'm going to now. So yeah, Fred. Good night to Michael. I appreciate you doing that. Let's have a look, folks. And yep, got that. Let me just make sure there's any questions here that I can answer. All right. So there is a question here. What to expect when talking about extra costs, tax, import duties, etc., when ordering from the Netherlands? So this is more you.
When you make a purchase for our European friends, I know it's I can't really make a blanket statement because every country, even in the EU, kind of has different rules with the import taxes. Just so you know, we're working on a couple of workarounds for you so that you won't need to. The short answer is you will need to pay your own country's tax to receive it. Every country has a different percentage rate or different fees to receive it, but we have a couple of ideas that we're going to implement and roll out so that we can help you minimize it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I don't have an exact number. Every country kind of has a different fee they have to pay or a different percentage. But
for those friends who have ordered in those particular countries before we ship, we will notify you guys. And at the end of the day, we want to support everybody, basically. All right. I need to see the notes breakdown. Yes, you can jump on our website. Yep. So you'll see down the bottom there the address of the website, which is OLFACTIVE TRAVELLER. Yeah, I've been doing it.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So jump on. You'll see the breakdown of notes. You'll notice that we actually put the notes as one construct. So we're avoiding the top, mid, and heart or base notes. And that's because we're finding that the fragrance is somewhat circular in the sense that there are some notes that you detect in the beginning, like the Roma 271, that coffee, orange. Even in the dry down, I'm still getting a slight coffee, but now intermingled with the spiciness of the incense and some ambery touches to it. So the fragrance actually tells a story, and that's what we went for. And this is why we also selected LUCA MAFFEI. We love the way that he constructs fragrances and the storytelling that goes behind them. But what I'm going to do now, what on the website is the wish list? Okay, so this is for US friends. You'll see that you can actually, if you jump on, it'll say out of stock for our US friends. Click on the feature there. It'll say add to the wish list. You just need to create an account and you'll be able to put that against your name for that particular item. Boom. All right, what I'm going to do, I want to push across. I've got Luke, who is walking around. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm not walking around any longer. I just decided to settle by the lake. Yeah.
Now, can you hear me, Luke?
Yes, I can hear you fine. I can hear you fine. You can you hear me fine?
100%, bro.
Perfect.
Yep.
Fantastic. Thank you for having me.
Luke, a pleasure, man. So for those, I always talk about my French professor, mon prof de français. Did I say that right?
Perfect. Nailed it.
So this is the man. Whenever I talk about my French professor, this is the man. And can I just point out that what that actually means? So we have a set date for 30 minutes. Luke is kind enough to give me of his skill and attention, and he helps me through in the pronunciation and understanding of the French language. I am terrible, all right? And I do try my best. And learning a language can also be very complicated, but Luke is very patient with me, and I appreciate all of that. It just so happens that Luke is a crazy perfume lover also. So this is how we've sort of bonded and connected. So welcome, my friend.
Exactly. Well, thank you for having me. Yes, and I missed our little sessions. Actually, it was a great way for me to kickstart the week. Actually, so yeah, we decided it was starting around 8 in the morning for me, which is perfect because it's always like a nice way to set the mood for the rest of the day. And so I was lucky enough to be part of this experience in Roma, and we did meet as well in Aix-en-Provence as with Brandon. Earlier this year, and if I remember correctly, you already show us one of the first iteration of the fragrance.
Yes.
And yes, I do remember it's quite different from the end products are quite different from the one I smelled during Aix-en-Provence. And I have to say that I'm pretty happy that you did, because it's not that the first one was bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I don't think it was as original and creative and maybe even moving as I know that what you guys are capable of. So I'm really glad, and it was really a good surprise.
Can I draw on that point? So just to let everybody know, we've been working on this concept for the past 12 months. We kept it a secret because, and just so you know why we kept this a secret, is because we didn't want to make an announcement to everybody and say that we're doing this, because we had an exit door the whole time. So both Kevin and I felt very strongly about this, that if we were not 100% happy to move forward, that we would put a pause or exit the project altogether. So we didn't want to make this grand, we're creating a fragrance with LUCA MAFFEI, only to say, actually, it didn't happen, blah, blah, blah. So we kept it under wraps, because at every stage of the process, we wanted the opportunity to eject and bail from this situation, and nobody would be any wiser.
And what was really interesting, what we found, what we learned along the journey, was that where we started with some of the briefs, the ideas, and as Luke is mentioning, so even some of the first iterations of the smells, 8, 9, 10 months later, they were completely different. we kind of went on along the journey to kind of hone in on what we're trying to bring to life. Yeah.
And going back to what Luke, so during the one-day tour, we had 20 people who joined us in Exxons, and we gave them a bit of a sneak peek, and we let them all smell what was then meant to be our Milan fragrance.
Yep.
And what Luke said is right. It was too familiar. It was too lovable. It was too, it was something that
impersonal, I would say. For me, that's
personal. Yeah, it was something that not necessarily that you've smelt before, but it's like it had a bit of this, which was a bit of that, you know. And the funny thing, we used you guys as our test audience because we were also not so sure. Do we really love this? Because when you smelled, you're like, well, this is beautiful, but is that what we wanted? Do we want it to go, you know, instantly lovable, you know? So in the end, we said, even though it was a beautiful fragrance, we said no to that because it was too beautiful, basically.
And the more we developed the brand and the briefs, the more that we fell in love with the idea of our perfumes actually needing, as the customer, the one experiencing the fragrance, actually needing to slow down and give it time and experience. Because earlier on, we had Brendan, someone that would usually shy away from gourmands. And our Dolce Milano really is, our today's Milano is actually a woody gourmand that you need to give a chance on skin. And the whole brand Olfactive Traveller ties into our company, the KM Tours, where we want people to slow down and experience the real city for what it is, and not just kind of see the outside quick first image of it, which is what I think probably what Luke is probably explaining, in that the first Milan perfume that we had created a sample for, it was that just kind of quick burst, this is Milan.
Yeah.
And that's it. But it didn't bring to life a lot of the beauty or the intricacies.
It didn't reveal itself.
Yes.
It just went, bop, here
just
I am.
Milan, what you see in Milan on the outside.
Right.
What you get. And it was a citrus perfume at the time.
Now tell us about your experience with some of the fragrances, because so Luke was one of the, as he mentioned, one of the gentlemen that joined us in Rome, and he was gifted one of the travel sets. So tell us a little bit about that. What are your thoughts on it? Any standouts for you, my friend?
So I do have the travel set, and I thank you again, guys, because it's a wonderful gift. And I actually carry this beauty around like every day, because I not for fragrances, but I have to admit that I have reconverted it in like my fragrance, my fountain pens pouch. So I'm sorry, I still use it, and actually I can smell like Viola Pelle, sorry, every time that I open it. So yeah, it's wonderful. Oh, and if I might just say something that has not like been talked about earlier, is that the quality is fantastic. Like the leather is great, but, and I think there is a point that is absolutely gorgeous that no one mentioned about. It's like the zipper, and I think it's like Kevin's doing. The zipper is like absolutely, it gives me like very strong baby what's your name kind of vibes. it's absolutely, if you have this one between your hands and you go and you play with the zipper, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like this is like gorgeous quality zipper, and for me,
what can I say? I'm into zippers, baby.
I knew that. I did not like realize that as soon as I opened it, but like a few times after, I was like, this is really smooth. You know, I can see that, and I don't think it's a small like details. To me, it's important to notice these kind of things, because it is testimonial in a way of the quality that has been poured in this production. Because if people can care a lot about details like those ones, you know, like the quality of the zipper on underpriced traveler set, it shows a lot about the quality of everything else, actually, of the main product. So really great job, and just this traveler set is really like a perfect gift, or like, yeah, it's really worth having in my humble opinion. But well, my pleasure. For the scents themselves, I sent you a text, you know, when I did a small reviews of the 3 fragrances, and I said, and I still mean it, that when a friend presents you with like a work they do, like a creative or artistic work, it's always a very, very tough moment, because you never know, if they show you something that is underwhelming, it's very, how do you react, right? And I
Right.
told Daniel from the channel Seldomly Often, who was in Rome as well with us, that I was very happy that we didn't have to do like this fake smile and fake congratulations, because it is genuinely
We love it.
genuinely great.
Wow.
Like for me, I was very happy to be like very open-hearted in my congratulations, because I really enjoy those. For me, my favorite one was and still is Roma 271. Like the opening is gorgeous. It's really, really, really gorgeous. And sometimes I just reapply it just to have this citrusy dark opening, which is absolutely amazing. The dry down is also gorgeous. It's very, very elegant. It's really evocative of the city of Rome, and yeah, it is really one of my favorite one, and I think one of the most one of the riskiest of the fragrances that you guys put out. Because it does have an edge. It's quite bitter in a way. It's you have this citrusy, but it's bitter as well. And I love bitter fragrances, so I am the right customer for this kind of fragrances. And I really, really, really like this one. Viola Pelle is another one that I really, really like as well. I like iris fragrances in general. I'm a huge fan also of violet and violet leaf fragrances. So this is also right down my alley. It's maybe a little bit more masculine than the others, but as you mentioned, a woman can pull it off like easily, more easily than most iris and leather fragrances, I would say. And Dolce Milano, I am not a gourmand lover. I don't own really gourmand fragrances, but this one is, in my opinion, gourmand made in a very, very well way. It is not obvious that you are smelling like a pastry, which I don't like about usual gourmand. Like we have like this one umbrella for two by Floraico, and I have also like a travel set, and I am not a huge fan of this fragrance, to be honest. For me, it's too sweet. It really smells like a Madeleine cake, like dropped into a cup of tea. But you guys did really well with Dolce Milano. It's sweet, dried candy, but done in a very, very correct way. And I think that's the one I wear the most. Surprisingly, I'm the first surprised. When I compare the level on my vial, it's one that I have used and reused again and again. So congratulations.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro. I mean, I love the and similar to the both Mike and Brendan, that you start with a favorite, but it transitions, it moves, it goes to another location. So one thing that we try to do here is create a fragrance harmony between. I mean, at the end of the day, we're celebrating Italy. And so we're celebrating these three iconic cities, Rome, Florence, and Milan. And so they are interconnected in some way. So there is a stream that runs through them. And that's what I can see that this is definitely something that you're feeling and the other guests are feeling too, that they interplay with each other, that you can come there. There's an interconnectedness to all three of them, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I still think that Roma 271 is my favorite. Paradoxically, I don't wear it as much as Dolce Milano. But it's still my favorite one.
Right.
That's cool. That's really cool. I love how raw and real you are, bro. just raw on the spot, and that's what we love. That's what we want.
But you know what? I've discovered that this is a Swiss thing, because Daniel is the same, and you are definitely which I appreciate. I mean, I prefer the direct to the point than trying to it's easy to know where you stand. You just tell her what it is. Yeah,
maybe it's Swiss, and you would assume it's more of a Swiss German thing,
right?
But I think like in the French speaking part of Switzerland, we still have very pragmatic way to approach things.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah. I find the French are very direct. You know, they'll just pop, which I don't mind. I enjoy it. I enjoy rather than trying to guess what's actually happening. You know, you're just telling me. You know, so.
Yeah, indeed. Maybe I do not have like as many French friends because I don't live in France. But from my experience, yes, sometimes it's they can be also like straight to the point as well. Yeah, which I also kind of appreciate. It's very, especially when you are in the creative industry, when you are producing things that are going to be enjoyed and used by other people. It is very, very important, and I cannot stress this enough. So important to surround yourselves with people who are going to murder your babies, really, like to tell you as it is, you know, like this is not working and you need to restart from scratch. And it's hard to deal with that. I'm very, very bad at dealing with that. I argue with friends a lot, but on the long term, it is for the better.
Correct. You know, and actually, I'm glad you shared that because creativity is hard work. I always say criticism is easy, creativity is hard. However, sometimes you need to hear that criticism so that you can understand what you're doing right or wrong, you know? To actually, I mean, when we were first doing the fragrances and our focus group, the first thing we would say to everybody is be brutal to us. Don't try to make us feel good. Tell us if anything is not resonating, because we still had time to move and to jump away from it rather than try to make us feel good. And then in the end, we created something that was not going to resonate, you see? So, but it's hard because like you just said, when you're sharing that with somebody and someone's, you know, criticizing, it hurts. It's like, do you know how long it took me to get to this? You know, and how dare you say those things?
Yeah. We mentioned that when we met in Paris last year, I think, when we talked about like the fact that some people, in the end, they produce something that is watched by thousands or even millions of people, and you realize that no one told them don't do that. Don't do that. You are going to get humiliated in front of millions of people, and I feel bad for those people. You know, you can see like those some of those TV shows, you know, where people are auditioning to get a part, and that's their dreams. And the morality is also like, it's not because you enjoy doing something that you are good at it. That's it's a terrible lesson, but it needs to be. Yeah, you need to detach yourself from the critiques that are helping you to go forward.
Yeah. Senor Luke, my brother, we're going to say goodbye and thank you, bro, for taking time, because I know it's a Saturday mid-afternoon for you and you should be out enjoying, but I appreciate you taking time to be with us here, man.
Good to see you, bro.
My pleasure. Good to see you, Kevin. Good to see you, Marcelo. See you around. Good luck.
Bye, my friend.
Robert.
All right.
Robert M asks, any thoughts on what country the next fragrance series will represent? I'm just going to drop one hint. I'll just drop one hint.
One hint.
Olfactive Traveller, if you had a chance to watch our big announcement video, it's on the NFC YouTube channel. We did explain how the brand Olfactive Traveller was born. And it ties directly into the business that Marcelo and I run together, KM Fragrance Tours. This year, we went to Italy, and we launched the Italy collection. And that's all I'll say. And that's all I'll say.
Oh, you can say the rest.
No, that's all I'll say.
Okay. Let's just say we've appointed the next perfumers.
And
that's all I'll say.
Let's just say, if you go on the KM Fragrance Tours website, you'll see next year we're going to the south of France.
That's all we'll say. Boom. That's all we'll say. So right now, everybody, it is 1:20 a.m.
We got time for one more.
I'm feeling tired, but but I'm still here. Okay. So let me. There are some questions that are coming through. We've got one last person, and let me just say, Mohammed, you're a champion. I appreciate you staying. Waiting there, but let me just add these questions here. All right. So first question is, so some people have picked up on, there's a lot of Easter eggs. We've done this on purpose, all right? Before, Luke was saying that he really loves the zip on the actual Traveller. And that's not an Easter egg, that's a thing. Every part of that you see before you has been thoroughly worked through. If I told you the amount of samples that we had, and this is a true story. We are sitting and having lunch, Kevin and I. We had a handful of these different Travellers, and we were testing the zips.
They were different leathers, different colors. We had many different colors.
We were testing the way it looked, even the interior. See this little thing in here.
That's custom made for the OT Traveller.
And how these babies sit here, so you can read. All of this it wasn't just, we just didn't pick this off the shelf and then, boom. Even so we had laser printed, we had embossed, we had printed.
A lot testing. Even the slots, we had to make sure that it fits pen and also our 8 ml vials, because otherwise, we wanted something that could fit both.
That's right. Yeah. So, Luke just mentioned that he puts his pen in there because we're both into pens.
It will fit.
And so the idea is that, you can put your fragrance, but you can also put pen in here. So there's been a lot of attention. So that's just a product that we've put a lot of time and energy into. Then there is Easter eggs that we've been planting. And let me just say that I've got a comment here that came in from Yannick, who said, hang on, I just saw something. And then Mohammed said, no, you can't say anything. And then Bob picked up, said, hang on a second, I'm seeing something. Should we share it? Because actually Bob wrote it.
This on a live stream, we're going to do it, but we will never put it in a full episode where you can watch it. Just because it's a live stream. We're going to show you guys. Play with some music. Dun 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 dun.
So the idea is, we talked about the interconnectedness of the three fragrances. There is a DNA that does run through them. And the idea behind it is that we're celebrating Italy, and Italy is not, and these cities are not isolated elements. So when you have the three boxes together, they actually connect. So you'll see the lines down the bottom, they all connect together.
This is something that Marcello really wanted as a collector, right? Someone that when it comes out with something really special and you can see how they tie in together. It's interesting because Luca, without even seeing this design, I feel like he had it in his mind that he wanted the three of his perfume creations to kind of somehow connect scent-wise. And I have to say that they do. And I have to say that I've had feedback, comments from other friends, customers, that all agree that there is a little bit of something in the scent that ties them all together. For me, personally, I've narrowed it down to this kind of, almost this kind of woody, vanillic base that they each have a little touch of that reminds me of each other. And then the three boxes now also tie in with the image. It brings together the Italy collection.
And the idea was because I love keeping my boxes, but to have a boring box is, I keep it for, to protect the perfume and to keep it out of sunlight, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. But I like nice things, and you've seen me with my pictures and everything else. So I was responsible for the art and the art expression. And one thing that I felt from the beginning is that I wanted this as a collector for it to integrate, to be together, to be one piece.
And for you to want to proudly keep it on the shelf.
Right.
Have it on the shelf.
Right.
Instead of, I know, I've got some bottles and boxes on the shelf, and in some of my other boxes, it's just way down the bottom of my bed, the closet. Yeah. So these ones we really, there was actually a moment right when we released where we thought to ourselves, we looked around at some other brands and their boxes.
I was getting a bit nervous.
And we were like,
what have I just done? Because it was this, I was pushing for this. And so I'm like,
and we launched and we're looking at our box compared to other boxes, and we thought
we're a bit extra.
it's a bit heavy on the illustration, isn't it? And we looked at each other and we were like, no one else really does this. All the other perfume brands that we're looking at on our shelves, a bit more minimalist, clean, kind of like that style. And then ours was like bold, loud colors, heavy on the illustration. We actually teamed up with a local Italian artist. So we got him to draw the three icons of the cities in this. You've got this kind of like this Art Deco 70s kind of vibe here. And the comments we've been getting back from people who've, seen the big reveal of the boxes, it really puts me at ease because everybody has been saying, wow, like they've just had this big wow reaction, which is exactly what we want.
Yeah. I actually got really nervous. I even apologized early. I'm like, bro, I think I may have cooked it when it comes to these boxes. I'm sorry if we get any hate on this. I'm sorry, brother. But in the end, it's actually made a standout part of it, which I'm so happy.
It's made us so happy. Yeah.
I'm gonna because this man has been waiting, and actually, if anything,
it's been an hour.
I want Mohammed, if you can tell us the story of how, because it's in line with what we just talked about.
I could say Mohammed was actually the first person, the first viewer, friend, the first customer, without us saying anything, to actually sit there and work it out.
No, let him tell the story.
Oh, okay.
Because we were in Rome. We caught up with Mohammed the day before.
Yeah.
Mohammed, the floor is yours. Welcome, bro.
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me. Once again, I was on the Instagram Live as well. But should I just start like how it begun? I guess like from the.
Well, I'd love you to share more about your discovery of the images, because we were in the gelato place, and I loved what you did. It cracked me up because the way it was like this epiphany moment that you had.
It truly was like, we were sitting at this gelato place and enjoying our ice cream. And of course, we had the boxes and the bottles kind of spread out among like several tables. But like, and the main focus was, of course, on the bottles itself and spraying it and everything. But like me as a collector, I take care of a few of my boxes. Not all boxes are worth keeping. In my opinion, but a lot do. And so I want to look at the box as well. So I started looking at one of them. I think it was Roma 271, and picked the other one up, Pelle Viola, and then I picked up Dolce Milano right afterwards. I just like sort of like very casually just placed them on the table next to each other, and then I just turn around and I look at Marcelo, and he's just like staring at me with like wide open eyes. And it was like,
you're cracking a code here. You're cracking a code.
And then I'm like, just like, oh my god, I see it now, right? And realized how the lines on the ground lined up, and it all basically just made sense. And it was such a cool experience, honestly.
So I found the photo. So this is us in the gelato place. We had the boxes. We're having gelato. We're smelling the fragrances in this place, and the way you started, you actually said, "Hang on a second," and you grabbed the boxes like a puzzle, and you're like. And oh no way! It was such a good moment. So you have no idea. Like when I saw you like bringing it together, I'm like, do it. You can do it.
I mean, these type of details are like what differentiates people who don't care about details and people who do. I feel like. Right. So I mean, the boxes are incredible. I love it, and just like the feeling of them and the quality of them is like not like cheap. Super thin paper is like very thick and sturdy, that's super nice.
I want to give credit to this great man next to me, because he actually did all this great work. Another thing that when we both don't like is when you get you spend money on a niche fragrance and the interior of the box is just boring, so we've got this nice sort of silky cloth on the interior.
I chose a color that really makes the bottle pop. So when if you hold it in the camera, you actually see the outside kind of that soft kind of creamy yellow silk, it really makes the dark ombre brown and black really pop, and then that gold cap there.
Yeah, it just looks beautiful. It's nicely presented. So again, this is all Kevin's great work. He did an awesome job with that. Yeah.
Now I want to hear about the latest. So you also received the OT Traveller set. And for those who might have missed some of your comments on the Instagram live that we did the other day, why don't you go over some of your what's been the latest experiences?
First, before that, I wanna. There's some questions that I'm also actually wondering myself.
Oh, okay.
Just two of them. The first one was from Janik from Germany, I think, and he wondered if it's somewhere on the boxes says that it's made in Italy or made somewhere, in the EU.
So on the box it says made in Italy, bottled in Australia. It does say made in Italy because it's made by Atelier Fragranze Milano, which is LUCA MAFFEI's company. Yeah,
I think he's wondering that because of the customs type of thing. There's sort of a loophole there if it's made in Italy.
I will speak to Jenny because this is actually a good piece of information. Yeah. Thank you for raising that.
And the second one is from Daniel, actually, which is he remembers that you guys mentioned a certificate for Pella Viola. And that it was going to be signed by the 10 first was going to get signed by LUCA MAFFEI.
I love that because I saw that question come up from Daniel. We were holding the news, but Daniel's like, no, let's go. He's like, I love that he put it in the chat. So
I'm sorry for breaking the news, I guess, but it's already there.
Alive, baby. It's jazz. It's jazz at its best. Here we go.
Yeah, so he's basically wondering what.
All right, I can give him the full answer. I'm gonna go get him.
We only have the half answer. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go off screen. You can still hear me though.
So, for those who don't know, maybe you haven't seen the Pella Viola episode. It's on the NFC YouTube channel. So do watch it just to see. But Pella Viola celebrates Florentine leather and the Florentine iris. Each bottle will come with this card here, this really nice, beautifully designed card by our local Italian artist. This is the certificate of authenticity. So this states here that your bottle of Pella Viola does use LUCA MAFFEI's iris from Iris Blue Farm, this particular harvest. So how we determine quality of iris in perfumery, we do like an iron percentage. They calculate the iron percentage in the lab. On average, you'll find that the percentage sits at between 8% to 20%. Closer to 20% is really, really high quality. This one, particularly, LUCA wanted to show off to us, I guess, and to really sell to us. His iris from this harvest has landed at 22%. And when we told some of our perfumer friends at some of the perfume shows, actually they had a pretty big reaction. They were quite impressed. And so the iris here, we really wanted to celebrate it because we think it's really special. It's a really special part of this perfume as well. This is a not limited batch. This is a limited quantity for the harvest. So this is only 500 available. There's only 500 available for this particular harvest, and we'll see how much we can get next year. But for this year's harvest, we can get 500 bottles. What we did was we met up with LUCA right before we met up with Mohammed and Daniel, and we had a fragrance meetup in Rome. We actually went to go meet with LUCA first in Milan, and we showed him the boxes, the bottles. We went over the smells. We just had a good catch up because we knew that this was going to be the week that we launched the brand. So we met up with him, had a good catch up. We brought him 10 of these certificate cards. We brought 10, and we asked LUCA, could you sign just 10? LUCA did sign 10 of them, and he even numbered each card. So now there's no real, like, there's only definitely 10. He signed each card. We have a video of it, which will be
Actually, I want to show you the photo because this will come. I'm going to tell you a little bit more once Kevin is.
We'll use the photos of Luca signing it, videos of it, a lot in the marketing content. But the short answer is yes. 10 cards signed by LUCA MAFFEI himself. They will be included from the very beginning of the. We're going to spread them out randomly in the boxes, so we are not going to know which boxes have them. We can't rig it. Once we put them into the boxes, there'll be 500 stored at our warehouse and sent out whenever you order. So we're not going to even know. All numbered 1 to 10 by Luca, and there'll be prize for the winners. We will reveal the prize. We haven't landed on the prize yet.
Prize for the winner. This I didn't know about.
The prize for the winners. You get this card. That's the prize for the winner.
The prize for the winner.
Prize for the winner. So to answer your question, there are 10 cards, and LUCA MAFFEI has numbered them 1 to 10. Yeah.
I have a quick question then, follow-up question.
Yes.
Because you said that you just spread them around randomly among the 500 bottles, right?
Yeah.
So could it be that one bottle that has number 5, for example, that it gets sent in like, I don't know, half a year from now because no one purchased that exact one? Or do you guys make sure that it's among the first
possibility because it will be completely random. So it will be on how much, how many orders go out of the Belli Viola. But we want it to be completely random. We can't rig this. We can't rig this. So we're going to put it in the boxes, but it's for you guys to know that as the first orders get shipped out, you are included in this because the cards will already be sitting in the boxes.
Correct.
So the pre-orders is you're not going to miss out. It's not going to be different boxes to when we send the other stuff.
So it's random among 500. It's random among 500, not among the first that are being sent out.
Not like among the first, like
correct,
like 100. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So here are the 10, and then we had, because I love doing this kind of stuff. So here is 11 of 10, which is my one, and here is 12 of 10.
Mine's going on eBay.
And
$1 million.
Actually, this one here we can control, and I'm gonna have my bottle, but I did want to do something with it for everybody. So maybe down the road we put. I don't want to sell it, but I definitely want to do something to But anyway, so we got him to do the 10 of 10, so he numbered it. But this is, as I said, 11 of 10. This is 12 of 10, and that's for something for later.
Yeah. But 10 of 10, you place your pre-orders and you are in the running. So you don't have to sit and wait until all the other orders go out later in the year. You are included in this. Yep. We just wanted to create a dedicated piece of content for it, which we just thought to hold it for a couple of weeks before we release the news. Because right now there's already enough for us to talk about and jump online and talk about the big launch and the pre-orders going out. But this will be something that we will reveal to everybody else in the coming weeks.
Cool.
Mohammed, we're going to give you the floor. So did you want to answer any more questions? I love that you're looking out for everybody. Or did you want to share something? The floor is yours, brother.
I can share my thoughts, and I can start with, I can show you guys my vials or my travel sets. See if you see. This is Pelle Viola, and then you have Dolce Milano in the middle, and Roma on the other side. And as you can see, the most I've used is Pelle Viola actually. But I've used like a good 3 or 4 mLs of each. So I've been running through them quite fast.
Now, why is the Pelle Viola been resonating with you? Is it usually a style that you go for? Like the floral, kind of dark floral.
That's not what I said. I just said
did
that.
You say that
I just said that's the one I've used the most. I didn't say that's my
the
favorite.
Pelle Viola.
I love that you boys are doing you're doing cryptics, because the same thing happened with Luke. Like I really love this, but I really love that, but I use this one the most. So I'm like, okay, well, it's great that you love,
But
just give me a straight answer. Which one do you like?
I remember when I first smelt them the first day, the clear winner was Roma 271, and I'm wearing it right now. As a person, one of my favorite notes. Well, I have 3 favorite notes, I guess, which is coffee, number 1. I love coffee and fragrances, and different types of coffee. I love licorice, which is a weird one to many, and I love incense. And so Roma 271 is like an obvious choice, I would probably say. But I think that Pelle Viola also has something special within it. It's not like a lot of other iris fragrances or leather iris combination. This is much softer.
Yep.
So much softer, but also more refined, I feel like. It's on my skin, for some reason I associate it with really like bubbly and spritz type of Coca-Cola. I don't know why.
I've heard you say this before. Yeah.
I really do not know why, but like in the air I just get that kind of vibe for a decently long time, honestly.
Right.
And it sticks around. Like I get whiffs of it sometimes, and it just like connects that association in my brain. But the iris as well is like super well done, and it's quite difficult to my nose, at least, to like differentiate the leather from the iris. I feel like they jump back and forth quite a lot, which makes it really smooth and like likable to people who don't like really heavy leather fragrances. Very floral. And it's actually funny because I had I did a really quick case study myself with my mother and sister while you guys were talking to Mike. I ran downstairs and just like I sprayed it all on my hands and just asked them. So I went to my mother first, and they're not any, like, they're not obsessed with perfumery or anything, right? My mother especially, like, she has 3 really old perfumes, that's all, but she has a really good nose. She smells stuff like no one else. Really good sense of smell. And so I asked her, like, which one is your favorite? And she smelled Roma 271 and Dolce Milano to begin with, and she felt that these are not necessarily for men. These are like all around. Anyone can use these. And she's like not like used to unisex perfumes. She's like used to the regular, like you either have masculine or feminine, you know. So it was really interesting. She said that, and then she smelled Pelle Viola, and instantly said that this is not for the daily use. This is not for the daily wear. So it's like, interesting. Maybe like if you dress up, I asked her. She said, more for like the more formal, it's more classy, you know. And then at the end, she said that her favorite were among Dolce Milano or Roma 271, and she ultimately ended up with Roma 271.
Right.
And for my sister, she's more into perfumery, but not too much niche, I guess. But she wears perfume quite a lot, and her actually was her favorite was definitely not Pelle Viola. She did not like Pelle Viola at all. But maybe she just didn't like it on my skin. But she loved the Dolce Milano.
Look, and I always say to people, you can say you don't like it. It's, you know, it won't break my heart, because the reality is we all like different things, you know. So so it's fine to go.
Her reasoning was that the other 2 were too strong for her. Right. Not that they smelt bad, but they were. Her vibe is like more low key and close to the skin.
These fragrances have presence, and actually, there's a number of questions that are coming through that I'd like, rather than us say it, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. So two questions is: what's their longevity? How are you finding the fragrance? What's its presence, and I guess its performance in bones? We'll answer the question of concentration, but the performance and presence is something that I'd love to hear from you.
So I've used it quite a few times to work over the past 2 or 3 weeks that I've had it, and at least at the minimum, I find that it lasts through a whole work day. Like 8 hours, 9 hours basically. And when it comes to like if you notice it while you're like running around and stuff, I would say for all of them you get whiffs of them every now and then for the first 4, 5, 6 hours. You get steadily whiffs until it settles down on the skin. But it's definitely there still. Even 10 hours later, it's still on the skin. Like I've multiple times I've sprayed Dolce Milano before I go to bed, and I wake up and it's still there. Like I sprayed maybe at 8 o'clock at night, and I wake up maybe 10 or 9, 12 hours later, 13 hours later, and I still smell it on my skin. And it's not like I'm trying super hard to smell it, but I can sense it easily.
Yeah. So
I would say, sorry.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
I would say the performance is very good. Yeah.
I'm finding it the same for me. So all three of them have a lot of presence. Pelle Viola is the strongest for me. I can smell it like the next day, 24 hours later, I'm smelling Pelle. I find that Dolce Milano is probably, if you want to call it the least in that. It still has 8 hours, so there's an 8-hour performance on it, but that's the one that if I'm going to use it again for the evening, I would respray. Both Roma and Pelle are the strongest. Now, when it comes to concentration,
we have the bottles created by LUCA at 25%. So most brands would use the word EDP, but it's almost like because there's no blanket rule of exact figures, some brands call it X-Rate, but most brands, we're going to call ours EDP as well.
Yeah. So they're actually, the oil concentration is quite high. They do have quite good presence. Yeah. The notes in the base are more pronounced notes, so patchoulis and ambers and sandalwood. So these are bigger molecule notes, and that's what creates it. All right. So that's the magic of it, that these more base notes are denser and allow the fragrance to stay longer and just perform for a longer period. When it comes to its the sillage that they have, I'm finding that they're very, very good. So.
They are.
Right.
I've even gotten compliments on them, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. So Daniel wrote a comment. Actually, do you want to say that, Mohammed, or do you want us to? Because I've got here that he was speaking to Fairvar 458. So none of these are beast
regarding
mode.
beast mode. None of these are beast mode. They are designed to be elegant and smooth, very safe for environment. Longevity 6 to 8 hours on me, but it's fairly subjective. I wouldn't say any of these are beast mode whatsoever. No, they're not like the Surge of Erba Pura or like that.
And in creating a Italy collection with someone like LUCA MAFFEI, knowing what he's won awards for and his specialty, I don't think they would be doing a service to team up with him and make all beast mode perfumes. No. It's something that's the brand OLFACTIVE TRAVELLER is reflected with our tours, where we want to slow down, enjoy, and really see the small intricate details that he's laid in here as the perfumer of the fragrance. And so personally, I would say they have really good longevity, sillage, and everything, but they're not made to be beast mode, like right up the nose kind of perfume.
Like even our leather fragrance, which does have the longest presence, is not one that will go through walls.
It's a very soft, elegant style leather, not one that's meant to be super loud.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, it's not in your face. It's like it's supposed to be like you're supposed to notice it gradually instead of like getting bombarded with it right away.
I would like to compare it to a tailored suit. Meaning that from a distance, a beautiful tailored suit looks beautiful. And it's not until you come closer to that person that you then notice the stitching, the material. Even if you go in for a bro hug, you feel that, oh, like, whoa, brother, you're actually wearing something. So that's, for me, it's a well-tailored suit. So it's not about walking in with some neon bright pink, like, look at me from a distance.
That is not our kind of suits.
No, it's not what we like to wear. So a nice tailored suit made in Italy. Actually, can I just say that we found a really beautiful place because we're both into suits. And in
Rome.
Yeah. So we'd like to get a nice tailored suit from this place. The material and everything about it.
We're gonna get matching pink suits.
You'll see us.
What's the place called? Because I'm looking for a suit as well.
I'll get the card. I've got it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll shoot a photo into our. We'll send the message over, but it's made to measure. I don't think bespoke, if you know the difference, like off the rack, then there's made to measure, and then there's bespoke. I don't think that place does bespoke, just looking at the boutique, but they do made to measure. So pick out your fabrics. They'll have like the cast of your size, try it on. One thing, because this was my, before my love of perfumery, I was in men's tailoring. That's actually where my skill set started in the retail business. And so when I step into a suit shop and I judge them, I look at the small little things that you would look at that people would probably pass by. So I look at how they finish the pick stitching on the lapel. I look at the shape of the lapel. I look at how they've cut it, like how they cut the peak lapel, what shape it actually makes, how the chest sits, how the shoulder sits. I would say Italian tailoring is the best in the world. It beats British tailoring. It beats any country. It definitely
those are fighting words.
It beats French tailoring and
those
British
are fighting words.
Any day of the week, Italian tailoring is the best.
I'm really interested in suits and like fine clothing. I guess I'm really interested in fashion and stuff.
I had actually asked the price from the manager of the boutique, and it was quite good. I remember saying to myself, actually, I was like, "Oh, this is not." Because a lot of made-to-measures, particularly in Europe, you might be paying about maybe about 1,200 euros, maybe 1,000 euros, somewhere in that bracket. I remember that this guy said he was something like it starts at about 600 to 700 euros.
That's really good.
But the ones, the fabrics,
the Boss fabrics are going to be in
the fabrics that I like.
2,000.
Yeah, it was around 1,600 euros, which is where I want to land. It's called Sartoria Cardona. I'll send you the address. I'll put it. It's in the Campo Marzio area. Actually, not far from where we were in the gelato place when we went to Giolitti.
Right.
It's around the corner from there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll make sure to check it out next time I'm in Rome.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, bro. I'll
back to my thoughts though, because I wasn't done with. I said initially that Rome was my favorite. And it was for a long time, but also I've shared my thoughts and said that I've been really unsure afterwards. Right, I like this one, I like that one, and it's been quite. You've seen it on Discord as well, on your Discord server where we share our sense of the day. Whenever I spray another one, I end up writing, okay, this is my favorite now. So a few days ago, I wrote "Scent of the Night" is Dolce Milano, and then I wrote, "Yeah, this is my favorite now." And then a few days later, I wrote "Pelle Viola" is my scent of the night. Now this is my favorite. So like it always changes. And where I'm at currently, I'm actually at Dolce Milano, where I find this one to resonate most with me. But this stuff will change more often than I like to express. Yeah. And actually Pelle Viola actually made me purchase my first higher end leather bag made of Florentine leather.
No way, that's cool. That's cool, dude.
You're going down a rabbit hole now, baby, but that's okay. It's a good rabbit hole. It's a really nice one.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And I got it recently, and it's it's amazing. And you can smell the leather basically. It's
congrats, man.
There's something beautiful about that.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. I love it.
It's amazing.
So I wanted to loop back. All of a sudden, my energy levels have gone to zoop. It is now 2:00 in the morning.
It's 2 in the morning. We're gonna drive home. Oh yeah. My next thing is probably about 8 in the morning. So
Yeah. So we want to thank you, Mohammed. I want to ask you a question, but I can't remember what it is. I'm like literally my brain just went like.
we've been going for 2 hours.
Yeah, we've been talking for 2 hours.
Because I've been on TikTok for an hour and then another hour.
Shoot me a message whenever if you remember the question.
Yeah. I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to you, bro, for staying up and like locking yourself in the room. I can see your posters in the background. It's a Saturday afternoon, and there you are. So thank you for taking the time to be here with us. Yep.
No worries. I really look forward to receiving the bottles. I wanna hold them in my hands again.
Yeah. Look, the one thing about it, I mean, just on that, the ergonomic. This is another thing that we worked up. We had so many bottles, and so many, bringing it down to this moment in time, and we were both super nerds about it because we wanted the ergonomic. I hate certain bottles the way so weird to hold them in your hand, whereas these guys here, we wanted it to be just a pleasurable experience, even just the holding the bottle and spraying it sort of thing. So
the spraying experience is amazing. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. The beautiful stream that it has, the way that it shares. I mean, these are small things, but I think for me
it makes up the whole experience.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you, Mo. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate your time, Mohammed. I really do appreciate your time. Thank you for being here and for sharing your thoughts on the fragrances.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to what you guys have in store for next year. Honestly, I can't wait already. Like I'm hyped up for the France collection.
See you in France.
Well, yeah, we'll see you in France. Wait till you see what we've got. Actually, this is for everybody. This is for everybody. So the France tour will be in the south of France. I think the dates are the 20th, but we'll announce it soon. We are landing these planes. So we had big meetings in Cannes. One of the biggest thing that we wanted, videos about to pop very soon that we filmed, has actually come to life in a spectacular way. I mean, this is like fireworks delight. So we will be announcing that. So even if you've joined us on past tours, what we've got planned for the south of France is something spectacular. If you love fragrance, if you love exploring notes, if you love exploring the raw ingredient, this is something that we felt very passionate about with, in particular with the Iris Blue Farm. So if you love all this sort of stuff, wait till you see what's the next thing coming through there.
Yeah,
it's pretty exciting.
I'm actually really considering joining the France store. Just saying, I'm really.
We'd love to see you there, bro.
And
we're actually making it smaller because I know in the past we've done these September tours as long. They're like 9 days.
9 days is what we just did.
Which is, we just did a 9-day, which makes it hard because, I mean, we got to factor all those costs in. We're moving from city to city and then hotels.
And then it's time, like it's hard for everyone to take off 9-12 days off your schedule.
So this tour, we're making it a 4-day tour or a 4-night, 3 days. And that way it allows more people to join us, that we can now control the costs a little bit more to make it more accessible for everybody. When it comes to the value and luxury, we still keep it. There's a thing with KM fragrance stores that we have that we want to keep it to a level, So
that's our brand.
Yeah, we're not going to. There's no backpackers or anything.
There's no McDonald's.
No, there is a style that we have, and we're retaining that. The difference is that we're now constraining it. We're not moving around. We're keeping ourselves centralized. So the idea is to bring costs down so that more people can join us and be a part of it. People like yourself, Mo. So,
And that's the sole reason for me actually considering it, making it possible. So,
We'll be announcing in November. So November, we wanted to message this first. This is the important communication. And then
I do have a slight idea of who the perfumer might be next year, though. I just have a slight
Don't say
idea.
nothing. Don't say nothing.
I want to know.
No.
I have a small idea who it might be. I think.
Do it. Do it.
Put it in the chat.
Do it. I want to know how intuitive you are, because you're pretty good. You should be a detective. So I just put it out there. What is it? Say it.
First of all, I think it's one of the Flair girls.
Okay.
I'm not
cool.
saying anything,
Okay.
but I like your style.
Interesting. Okay. You should be a detective because you really know how to
I know which,
analyze things.
I
that,
know
like,
which one I would guess as well, but let's leave it at that. I think
Do
this
it.
one-
Which one? Which one?
I think it's Margot.
Okay.
Is that how you pronounce her name?
Yep.
That's how you say her name. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of her, and we met her before. She's lovely. Yeah.
I think it's.
We'll let you go, brother. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, bro.
We're gonna wrap
Thank
things
you.
up.
Yeah.
fun.
A million thank you.
Ciao,
Thank
bros.
you.
Bye.
Ciao. Bye.
So just before we go, two big points that I'd love for us to cover for everyone who's here. One was people are loving the posters.
Yeah. We've actually.
Yeah.
There is a backstory to this. So I like collecting, and if I tilt my camera, there's an artist called Shag. For those who are familiar with my channel, I interviewed Shag. I was in the States, blah, blah, blah. And I like this style. And I said to Kevin, we should create a limited edition number and sign these things. And I'd like the 1 to 10 scenario. And I create 12. I keep 11, he keeps 12. And the other from 1 to 10 is sold off. And then the 11 and 12, we eventually do something, as a promo, as a giveaway or something like that.
Yeah.
So
it's been pretty cool to see the comments that a lot of people love the posters. And actually, I saw 3 or 4 commenters ask, are they available for sale? We didn't actually implement that idea yet. It was just something that we were thinking. We created the posters purely so that they can feature in the episodes on the channel.
Right.
And then, I mean, Yannick right there said, it's official.
Do the poster.
Put it up. Yeah, put it up.
So if we were to do it, I still like the thought of limited edition. I think I enjoy that because there's a value in it. The 3 other posters are actually, if I could bring my camera through, they're actually lined up against this wall. It looks so beautiful when you come into the office to see the 3 iterations of the individual ones. But yeah, let's I think right now we are launching.
Yeah, we got a lot to do. We got a lot of shipping. So it brings us to the next point after. But
we're going to get into the US.
The shipping, and then we've got the bottles, and we've got the pre-orders, and there's a lot to do. But the short answer is, if you guys really want it,
we'll do it.
We can do it.
Yep,
yes,
we'll do it.
It will be done.
Yeah. For now, looping back on the our friends from the US, if you are still with us and you're asking the question.
So two questions I saw through was what's happening right now with the shipping to the US, and could you explain the wish list?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go. All right.
Take it away.
So the short answer with the US is that tariffs are creating complications for us. We were able, as we were planning, we were able to send to the US. Kevin has a brand called Soko, and he was actually already sending stock to the US without a problem. Yep. Then some complications occurred, and Australia Post basically did a bit of a
protest kind of thing,
and that began to the dominoes began to sort of fall from there. Yeah. We are looking to find a way through. So we've been busy working behind the scenes to try to find a quick solution, but we realize that there is no such thing as a quick solution. So we're looking for a more in-depth solution for the US.
That would just take time. Just so you guys have an idea, we actually have called already, and in the last 48 hours, I've called all of our other personal friends in the fragrance world who have brands themselves. And they've also ran into the same problem as well in Australia, and brands in Europe that are having some trouble shipping to the US. So there's not going to be, what we've found out this week is there's not going to be an easy answer like that for us to get bottles in next week into the US. It'll probably have to be something that Marcelo and I need to build to have a more
we're looking for a long-term
permanent
answer.
Long-term answer.
We're looking for a long-term answer. Now, for those so 2 questions that we get asked a lot is what's going to happen with Pelle Viola? It is a limited number run. Are we going to miss out? The short answer is no, and hence why we created the wish list. So if you jump on the website, you'll see that there is the ability. If you got to select, in case you guys have gotten creative, if you select US as your currency, so United States, then you will see that all the stock is out of stock, or all the bottles are out of stock. There is a feature there which says add to a wish list. So you just need to create an account, add the particular fragrance that you would like. People have already been doing that. Thank you for doing that, because that gives us a chance to understand what do you guys need us to put aside. When it comes to Roma and Dolce, we have sufficient stock, not an issue there. But when it comes to Pelle, we do have limited. We've had a great burst in this pre-launch season. There's been a lot of sales, and actually that's our #1 seller right now. Yeah. So if you are thinking that Pelle Viola is something that you would like to own, then please put that in your wish list. We will put that aside.
We don't want you guys to miss out.
That's right.
So we will put aside.
We are finding, or we're working to find a solution quickly, okay? The second part to it, the next question we get asked is the Traveller promo that we've got going. So if you were to buy any bottle, you get this as a complimentary gift. We will do that for you guys only, all right? So once US goes live, we will make sure to take care of you guys and provide that gift with purchase too. But it'll only be something for the US. Well, the rest of the world right now, that promo will end on Monday at 11:59 when it ticks over into the 21st. The deal is done, and we will not be doing it again. So if you're sitting on the fence and thinking, oh, maybe the boys will do something for Black Friday, this is our Black Friday.
We're not doing this for Black Friday. We can guarantee it. We can guarantee it.
We're coming in early.
Yeah.
All right. So we're coming in early.
Yeah.
So this is the promo that we're doing. If you want to take advantage of it, buy anything, you'll get this as a complimentary gift. Then that's available for you now, including free delivery. Boom.
Thank you, everyone. Whew. For those, I don't know if there are any Aussies in here, but if you've stuck with us till 2 a.m.
You guys are champions.
Thank you.
2 in the morning.
It's 2 in the morning here. Just for you guys to get an idea of that we
actually, Yannick is still here.
Yannick, what I hear. Yannick is one of the few Aussies left standing with us.
Yeah. Oh, and Victoria.
Yeah.
Victoria, 2 in the morning from New South Wales, from Sydney.
You're the best.
Yeah, you guys rock.
We wanted to do this live stream specifically for the European, our European friends, and also our US customers to update you guys on what's happening too. That's why we're streaming at 2 in the morning. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. It's been a pleasure. Actually, it really has been a pleasure. If you've got any questions for me, DM me. Otherwise, we're done. Our mission here is completed.
That's right. So only about 24 hours, 30 hours left on the pre-order offer. So if you are sitting on the fence, jump on the website again, have a good read. If you want to, the videos are still on the NFC channel.
Right.
The videos where each episode we've dedicated to per fragrance. So jump in, watch that if you're kind of tossing up between which one to grab. And the offer will end probably in about 24 hours. Yeah, about 30 hours.
That's it. And in our final goodbye.
Good exit music. I'm so tired right now, man.
I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. I'm so tired. Hang on. We'll put the music back on. Here we go.
The exit music.
Thank
you, everyone. There's shout out Gustavo, Robert, Elias, Muzzy, Mr. Clark, Mo, the BO Dominican.
Actually, Sean, you're with us.
Let's go.
That's good. Yannick, Mohammed, Gabriel
from Australia as well.
Yeah, it's 2 in the morning.
I'm so tired right now.
Yehuda, Vera, you guys rock.
Done with
Jennifer. Forget about Fred. You're still with us. You guys rock. You guys are the best.
All right.
We are going to end it.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Love yous.